I felt really fulfilling when I was doing the peer education around HIV. What if I pitched that? And that's actually what led to some funding to actually start this peer education program that we began in India and then later in the United States. And I will tell you that at the age of 17, I still remember this so clearly, like it was yesterday. I remember being in Bangalore in India during that first summer, 1995, at a school where we had 600 students in the audience. And we had just wrapped up a full day of workshops with them that involved like plays and all kinds of fun activities. But it was like all about learning about HIV. And it was about talking to them about how they could actually be educators in their communities. And at the end, I remember talking to them, standing at this podium and just feeling this sense of like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like this energy, this fulfillment, this excitement about what I was experiencing. And I felt this energy is kind of coming through me and kind of lifting me up and lifting them up. And I had this feeling that I was doing what I was meant to do.
Mm.
And I chased that feeling for years afterward.
Mm.
That experience opened a door for me and it
Mm.
set a standard for what I wanted to feel.
Mm.
And I have found that in other people as well. When we have experiences in our life that truly give us joy
Mm.
and fulfillment, help us see not only someone else more clearly as we help them, but help us see ourselves more clearly in terms of what matters to us, that sets a benchmark for what we want to do in our life. And our goal, I think, as people who are looking at the next generation should be to ask ourselves, how can we create more experiences like that
Mm.
for people? We don't know what direction they'll go in. We don't know if they'll continue that same kind of work or something else. But we should set a high bar for people for what they expect and demand of themselves and what they contribute to the world.
The solution is so easy, which is align the incentive structure with the behavior you want.
Hmm.
My university, you could not get your diploma unless you passed a swim test.
Hmm.
That was the rule.
Uh-huh.
You could get straight A's, and it was the day before graduation. There was a long line of kids at the pool to pass this, because if you don't pass your swim test, you don't graduate. Colleges and high schools should say, unless you complete X amount of days of service, you can't graduate, no matter what your grades are. And let people discover the joy of service. Some will hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it will be a chore, but enough will discover it. Kids should get their allowance only if they've done something, chores to contribute to the family and hopefully a couple of days of service. Companies, I think companies should have mandatory service days where we either shut our doors or we give people a day off, but not to go to the beach. You have to go volunteer somewhere. And it should be a requirement. Like, you're not eligible for a bonus at the end of the year. You're out of the bonus pool unless you've completed your service days. You know, you get paid for those days, but you have to go do something.